Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Kristin Hinch. Today I've got an exciting video. It's all about achieving the glow during these winter days where our skin can feel a little bit more dull and uneven. I've got some great tips to make your face look amazing. This is the look. Keep watching if you want to see how I did it. Okay, let's get into the tutorial for today. As you can see, I've already done my eye makeup and I've put a little bit of brow gel in and brow liner just to fill them in and plump them up a little bit. But I've done nothing to my face. All I've done to my face is put on my moisturizer and my serums and let it sit so it can be really well absorbed. And I've got a little bit of gloss on my lips just to keep them hydrated while we do the video. So the first thing that we can do to achieve a glow is to add a little bit of a shimmer cream underneath our foundation. This one is from BECCA. It's the Backlight priming filter. It's high end, but it's probably my most favorite product. I don't use it every day, but when I'm looking for that extra glow on a day where I feel like my skin's a bit more dull, I will reach for this. There is a good drugstore option. It's by L'Oreal. It comes in a little skinny white tube. I don't have one with me here today, but I will link the product below. That's a great alternative from the drugstore that does the exact same thing. So what I do with this is I pump a little bit out. It's a brand new container. Pump a little bit out onto your hand and then I just go directly onto my face. Now, if you don't want to have glow everywhere, don't put it everywhere. But what I like to do is put it on my cheekbones, especially because I want that high cheekbone glow. And then I'll just take the excess and rub it around on my cheek. I will put a little bit on my nose. And then my forehead. Even though my bangs cover my forehead, I like to make sure that it has a bit of glow there too. And you're just gonna really rub it in. And as you can see already, that's giving me a really nice shimmer, a really nice glow, a really good base for my foundation to lie on. With the excess on your hand, go right down your neck, just in the center. And what that'll do is it'll just elongate your neck because you have a little bit of shimmer going right here. Very subtle. No one's gonna see sparkle on your neck or anything like that. So the next step is to add foundation. Today we're gonna play with foundation as opposed to just the concealer. So this one here is from Giorgio Armani. It's their Maestro, what is it? Maestro Fusion Makeup. And it does actually have an SPF of 15 in it. Even though it's winter time and a lot of the days are cloudy, here in Calgary, we get quite a bit of sun. So it's always good to just continue to wear your foundation and then make sure that you have a sunscreen on as well, just to protect your face. So this is a little interesting. It's like a little dropper. So I'm just gonna take a little bit from the container, plop it on my hand. As you can see, it's pretty runny. The consistency is really runny. So what that means is it's just gonna sheer out beautifully on my skin. So you're gonna take the beauty blender, never can say that word, beauty blender, and then just get it all blended in all over your face. Okay, so your foundation is all blended in. You've built up the coverage to a spot where you're totally happy. I like a very sheer coverage, so I never want someone to walk up to me and say, wow, you're wearing foundation. So I keep it pretty sheer, but it's really well blended in with that beauty blender. And now we are ready to add the next step of glow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the base that we put on, the Backlit primer. We're gonna squeeze just a tiny little bit onto our fingers. Just a little bit, like you can't even see that it's there. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently pat that on my high cheekbone. And what we're doing is we're just layer upon layer, we're adding glow, very subtly, nothing too crazy. We're just gonna put another little layer right up on our high cheekbone, just like that. And again, you can see it, it's super subtle, but it's just building up that intensity. And I just need to put a tiny bit more here, but I'm gonna add, just with my finger, fingers are the best tool, do a little bit on your Cupid's bow. So right here. And you might think like, okay, well, what's that doing? Well, what's it doing? It's making your lips look a little bit bigger. And hey, who doesn't want that, right? So we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the end of my nose. There, you can see it, super subtle right here. And we've just added that touch more glow. Next, we're gonna move on to blush. And again, I'm gonna go with this super crazy, bright looking one. And I'm gonna dab a little bit on my brush and then apply it to your cheeks. Always smile, then you know you're getting it in the right spot. Right there. This just helps to like make my face look awake. I don't know what it is about this color. It just makes me look awake instantly, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so there, too much blush. We're gonna come back to that in a second and dial it down. We're gonna do the same on both sides. So you're gonna take your Beauty Blender, which has got the rest of your foundation still on it, and you're gonna blend it in. And you're gonna really tone it down. See how I toned that down instantly? Excuse me. Instantly, we've got a toned down blush. Perfect, so there's a little bit of hint of blush there on both sides. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna oomph up the blush and add like a tiny bit of a shimmer to the blush. So the blush that I put on was matte. Let me just open the container here and show you. So there's no shimmer in it at all. You could leave it like this and it looks absolutely beautiful, but the point of today's video is to add a little bit of extra glow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this new palette, it's out by Stila, and it's got three different highlighters in it. So here is a pinky kind of purpley shade. This is more of like a champagne color. And then this one here is like a bronze. So I'm gonna take this lightest shade here and I'm gonna pop that over top of my blush. So you're gonna use the same brush. You're just gonna dab a little bit and just apply it right on the apples of your cheek. Just like that. And you see how that's like instantly given my cheek a little bit of a glow. Now this palette, it's not, when you put your brush into it, you're not gonna get a ton of product on your brush. So don't be afraid to go over the same spot a couple of times. Just make sure you really well blend it. So we're gonna put that on here. Just like that. Boom. See how that's given like a little bit of a shimmer to my already matte blush? It's just kind of like spiced it up a little. It's given it a little bit of extra life on my cheek. Makes it look amazing. Okay, done with that. Now I'm gonna give a little bit of a tip here. We're doing lots of things to our face right now, topical things to make us glow. But the biggest piece of advice I can give you is to just drink tons of water. And I've been really cognizant of this recently. Oh, my necklace is not wanting to sit straight. But this is probably your best piece of getting glow to your skin. Drink your water. That's going to make you glow from within and just make you feel really hydrated and just make you feel wonderful. Okay, so we've done that to our blush. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, as always, I'm going to use my highlighting stick, which is my favorite tool. And we're just going to take that and we're going to put it in the same spot like we normally do. Right there. See that? And if you just go slowly and you work in little steps, you'll get there. And you know what? You don't have to use all of these tricks in one day, in one look. These are just some ideas to give each of your looks a little bit of an extra glow. So what we've done now is we've just added that little shimmer right up on the high cheekbone with my favorite stick of all time. I use this every day. Okay, so to beef that up a little bit, you're gonna take this highlighting powder from Laura Mercier. It's the, what is it called? The Matte Radiance Baked Powder. Now, I don't know why they call it matte. There's nothing matte about it. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a shimmer there to that. So what you're gonna do is take the same blush brush. You don't need lots of brushes to accomplish these looks. I'm just trying to keep it super simple. Take the side of the brush. So right there on your brush and just dust it right over top of where you put the stick. And again, you're just beefing up the glow, really. So again, take your brush on the side and just lightly fan that right over where you put that blush stick. Boom, you're done. Okay, I'm gonna continue on and put on my favorite concealers, and I will be right back. Okay, so concealer is all blended in. I did a little bit more around my nose where I get a lot of redness. And for this look, because we're trying to oomph up the glow, I would suggest not powdering. Now, if you get really oily or if you get really shiny throughout the day, what I would suggest is just target it to your T-zone or wherever you get shiny. Don't go and pile a bunch of powder on top of all this beautiful glow that we've achieved on the cheek. It's just going to be counterproductive. So I'm not going to powder today, but if you would like to, then go ahead and do so. Now this is a little bit tricky, and maybe this is a look that's a little bit more evening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is the Rosebud Salve right here. Just what I would use on my lips every day, but it's multi-purposeful. So what I do is I take a little bit on my pinky finger and I take it on my hand and I make sure that it's really well kind of blended on my pinky finger. And then you take this and you put it right in the center of your eyelid. This is going to give you that like gorgeous, like model glossy look that you've probably seen on the runway and in magazines. This is the trick. This is what they do. They just put lip gloss right on top of their eyelid. Now, I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but it's already given my eyes a little bit more of a sheen. I had sort of a sparkly kind of pearl color on my eyelids. What this has done is it's just added a little bit more shine. So this might be more of an evening look. You may not want to do this day to day. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like I've gone super glam. But I just pop that right there in the center of the eyelid and boom, you're done. You can see that there's a little bit of more of a shine there than there was before. That's like an amazing little trick that you can use to put that together on your eye. Okay, so to finish off the look, I'm gonna apply a really bright berry color to my lips, and then I'll show you what I do with gloss to give that little bit of glow, but not look like I'm wearing a gloss all over my lips. So I'm gonna start with this. This is the Bobbie Brown Art Stick, and it's in Bright Raspberry. So what it looks like is just like a gigantic pencil, and mine's actually a little bit dull right now. It does come with a sharpener that fits this size of pencil, but what I'm gonna do is just put this on my lips. You don't have to be too precise with this. It's just like a big crayon. I'm actually going to buff it in a little bit with my finger so that the edges don't look too precise. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Oh. It just like, it gives me a glow without there being any sparkle. Like it just makes my face look so awake. Today we woke up to -15 in Calgary. So that's a little bit on the cold side. So we're gonna be bundled up in our coats today and try to stay cozy as best as we can. Okay. That looks a little bit messy right at the moment. What I'm going to do is take my pinky finger and buff it in. And if you've gone over the lines, that's okay. Just take your Kleenex clean it up a little. Nobody's perfect. Boom, gorgeous berry lip. Mush it around a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna take this gloss. It's by Buxom again, so it's from that line where it's a lip plumping line, so it's gonna help to make your lips look fuller. This is called Dominique. So you take the gloss, and this is super sparkly, and all I'm gonna do is put it in the center of my lips. Just like that, a little bit up here. And that just kind of adds to the whole glow of the look. It just makes you feel amazing when you walk out the door. That's all I want, is for me to feel amazing walking out the door. So that's it. That is the few tips to add some extra glow to your look. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I just love putting together videos. This has been something that I've wanted to do for years, and I finally just took the plunge and did it. So I really appreciate it when you like my videos. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome as well, and then I can get more content out there for you and you'll know about it right away. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you can put some of these tips to use and make yourself feel glowy and warm on these super frosty, chilly days. Okay, we'll see you in my next video. Bye.